the Passport Bros. And it's pretty much the Passport Bros are black men who some have money, some do not. I don't know. They are going there now. Black men are venturing out across the world to find love or to find companionship, whatever they're trying to find in women in other countries.
They were so worried about winter coming that they completely forgot about summer. It's summer 2023 right now. What is this, July 7th? We are basically in full swing of summer 2023. And the thing about it is, the amazing part about the Passport Bro movement is that it doesn't even matter what year it is. This is going to continue through 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, to infinity and beyond. They were so worried about winter coming that they completely forgot about summer. And the Passport Bros own the summer. In fact, we own parts of the winter too, because you got to remember, thanks to the 23.5-degree tilt of the Earth, when it's summer in the northern hemisphere, it's winter in the southern hemisphere, and vice versa. So when it's winter here, it's summer on the other side of the world. So the Passport Bros are literally running the planet 24/7, 365 days per year. And that's not even mentioning that the closer you get to the equator, there is no winter. There's summer all year round. These people were so worried about winter coming that they forgot about summer. That's what you got to remember. 3 days ago, there's an article posted, and this is the reason why I warned you about who you allow to use your moniker or who you call a passport bro. But again, this guy is back in the media again because Distractify and some of these like low-level shoddy journalists posting areas on the internet, these guys got nothing else to talk about except whatever they feel is trending on TikTok. So they're basically looking for points, clicks, and views, basically, right? Story is the internet famous Passport Bros movement problematic? Right. Exploring the ethical dilemma. Now, before you even get started, just listening to the fact that somebody's raising the possibility that this is a problem and talking about ethics, you could tell right away that this is a female writer. So, who's this female writer right here? Look at this. That's her right there, as much as I could zoom in. So, what's her name? Her name is Pretty Honore. Now, see, right here, you already see the problem. You want to know what's problematic? Naming a girl a first name that self-aggrandizes her. Pretty. I've seen girls named Gorgeous. I've seen girls named Beautiful. Like, we some of us know about this in real life. Because the closer you get to the ghetto, now, I live in New York City, so as you know, I'm surrounded by ghetto. I got the Bronx, I got Brooklyn. Now, they are gentrifying Brooklyn in its defense, but the closer you get to the ghetto, you get these really crazy-ass names and a lot of self-aggrandizing names. Some of these parents be naming their kids King. I mean, some of these parents be named... I swear to God, I knew a kid named Lord, and his brother was named God. And I was like, you're putting me in a very, very uncomfortable position where I have to call these people this shit. So it's like, what I would do is I would find out your last name and I would just refer to you. I would call you Mr. and then your last name. It was like I refuse to call you by these stupid ass first names. But anyway, her name is Pretty Honore. Yeah, I swear to God, it's like they're trying to just, it's like they try to start fights and stuff. I don't know what it is. But anyway, the Passport Bros are taking over social media. Look at this. Look at this. The Passport Bros are taking over social media. But is the movement problematic? Here's what the internet has to say about them. The theory of evolution. Oh my God. What is this? Why can't you just say, these black men are getting their passports and they leave? We got, the theory of evolution. There was a missing link between the Neanderthal and the human. It's like, come on, really? It's like, I understand y'all are looking for views and clicks, but come on, really? The theory of evolution purports that we were once cave. Oh my God. This shit makes me not even want to read it. Cavemen, real. What? All right, okay. I'm gonna get through it. All right. We were once cavemen and women. In the 21st century, we discovered a new species called the. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is fucking bullshit. Oh my God. In the 21st century, we've discovered a new species called the passport bro, a breed of men who roam the earth with curiosity and confidence. Oh my God. I could barely read this shit. Maybe a little too much confidence, if you ask me. See, how is this journalism? This isn't journalism. This is garbage. This is anybody with a $500 laptop could jump on the internet, spark up a site, and then write this tripe. This is tripe. That's a word you don't hear used very much. I wouldn't print this out and line my bird cage with this garbage. You can't even get through a first. How are you a journalist without presenting the facts objectively and then add your opinion later on? But all this this is editorial caricature. It's important for you to recognize the difference between real journalism and editorial caricature. It's very important to recognize the difference. This is trash. It's tripe. Pretty. So anyway, since the term was born on TikTok, now keep this in mind. TikTok is supposedly where the term passport bro was born, and it was specifically targeting black males. When you put the word bro at the end, and then you have black women using it to insult black men or attack black men on TikTok, that is the definition of the term. Passport bros are black men who are getting their passports in order to find relationships overseas. Period. That's what it is. So anyway, still, many of us are stuck wondering what being a passport bro even means. But Distractify has answers. Here's what you need to know. Okay, here's what you need to know about passport bros, the movement that has taken over the internet. Okay, dating in the digital age can be difficult. No, it's hell, especially if you're in America and you're stuck here. That is for everyone except for the internet famous passport bro. I'm surprised that, this poor little journalist didn't know the word infamous. Because, see, if I was trying to insult you, I'd call you infamous, not famous, infamous. But you people don't know shit about journalism. And that's what drives me nuts. But anyway, their movement was built on the foundation that men can find a better, more traditional wife outside the United States. This is especially true in poorer, undeveloped countries where women struggle to make ends meet. Let me just say something really quickly. And I learned this in a place where you wouldn't expect that you'd learn anything. But ends aren't supposed to meet because they are ends. You understand? If you take two ends and you stick them together and make them meet, that creates a circle. Ends don't meet. Ends are never supposed to meet because they are ends. This is like a little bit of philosophy for you shoddy journalists out there. But anyway, okay, so here you got pictures of this guy. How far does your money go in the Philippines? Month budget, rent. Okay, so it's a couple of pictures. I'll say this. I'll answer that question. Well, first of all, for $500 a month, or possibly a maximum of $600 a month, you can rent a beautiful condo in different parts of Philippines. Cebu, Dumaguete, Manila is actually kind of expensive, and you can still rent a beautiful condo for like $500 a month. Now, you may get like a 1-bedroom condo with a main room and a kitchenette, but that's $500 a month. And to tell you the truth, here in Manhattan, people are getting fucked for $3,000 and $4,000 a month for the same exact thing that you get in the Philippines for $500 a month. Now, as a New Yorker, I know. If you want a 2-bedroom, it might cost you about $800 to $1,000 a month, possibly. Usually it's somewhere around $800. Now, the reason why is because you have to understand the average Filipino makes less than $10,000 US per year. Females, Filipinas, for example, who are working, they typically earn less than $500 a month. And when I say that, I'm saying that they earn somewhere between $200 and maybe even $300 tops every 2 weeks. So that means that the max likely salary that they're going to get is usually about $400 a month. If they're really lucky, it might be $600 a month. Now, some people say, oh, well, how do they live on that? But you have to understand the cost of living is much, much, much lower there in the Philippines than it is in America. The same thing could be said about Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, and other parts of Southeast Asia, Myanmar, Burma. The cost of living is very low. From what I know, the cost of living in Vietnam is one of the lowest. It's hard to say who's exactly lower and who's exactly lowest. And the reason why is because there's always a fluctuating dollar value against our U.S. dollar. But the reality is Vietnam is among the cheapest. You can have an apartment rental for $15 a day. So here you are here in America struggling, busting your ass. You can't possibly afford a house. Like I'm sitting in my house right now and I'm staring up at my ceiling fan. I'm like, well, thank God I got my ceiling fan and I got my house. There are people out there, there are young couples who are getting married right now. There are young couples right now who are trying to cohabit. They can't even afford a starter house because right now a starter house $500,000. And let me just say this. Your God and Savior, Joe Biden, yeah, well, he didn't save you from those student loan repayments. So I believe, what is this? This is July. I believe those checks, those welfare stimulus checks, they've stopped. And now the bills are coming beginning of August. So as soon as those August bills start coming, be prepared during the summer, maybe during September. You're going to start seeing riots. You're going to start seeing protests. Student loans should be free. Student loans should be free. I need Joe Biden to save me, or some shit I'll come up with something better later. But they're gonna be protesting out there because they can't afford anything. They can't buy cars. The interest payments alone are 10 and 20% to buy a damn car. The Federal Reserve, thanks to Jerome Powell, has raised interest rates. You can't afford anything. You can't afford a house. You can't afford a car. And then, unfortunately, those are the two main investments that the average American makes. So pretty soon you're going to see protests. Student loans should be free. Tell Joe Biden to cancel me. I don't know. They'll come up with something. But the thing about it is, what I'm saying is, you're busting your ass here and you're not affording anything. So over in these other countries, that US dollar goes a lot further. So the trick is to be a digital nomad. The trick is to somehow find a job willing to pay for you to go overseas to another country while paying you an American dollar wage. And if you can get that, oh my God, your life is easy as hell. Because number one, you don't have to work with any Americans. You get to work with these foreigners, and basically they do as they're told. And the reason why is because they know that if they slip up, they're getting fired, and then they won't have any money. So if you're lucky, you get to be like a call center trainer, or you get to go over there and you get to work, training their factory workers or whatever it is. They do what they're told to do. And it's just that simple. And you get paid for it. And then you get to live in that warm beachfront paradise. So we have a lot of black men specifically who want to be digital nomads and they call them bromads now. You're adding bro to everything, bro. So that is what it is. That's what it is. So anyway, it says, because the U.S. dollar reigns supreme, Americans who travel abroad get to enjoy certain luxuries that they wouldn't if they were home. Let's take Alpha Passport Bro. Actually, it's Alpha Passport Joe, Austin, I bet you. He's not black, so we call him Passport Joe, a.k.a. the Digital Bromad. On social media, Austin offers his 400,000 followers the lowdown on how to crack the Passport Bro code. According to him, there are plenty of benefits to dating abroad, one of which is lower cost of living. Now, you see, this is shitty journalism. Dating abroad and low cost of living, they're not really the same thing. They're not interrelated. No. Low cost of living has to do with your rent, has to do with your food, has to do with your basic necessities and food and shelter. Dating is a perk, not necessarily part of cost of living. You see, the reason why I say that is because the cost of living really has nothing to do with dating. If you're in a country with a high cost of living, that has nothing to do with whether or not the women are feminine and whether or not dating is fulfilling. It has not. These are two totally separate things. Here in America, women are competing with men. The cost of living is high because women are independent. All the ladies independent. Throw your hands up in the air. All the ladies get money. Throw your hands up in the air. They're competing with men. So they're trying to prove how independent they are. They're trying to prove they don't need men. And what ends up happening is they end up paying what's called the single tax. Now, men understand that there is a single tax. They understand that there's a cost to being single. So a lot of men are likely to search out wives because if they have a wife, they get tax discounts. If they have children, they get more tax discounts because you get, child tax credits. This country, let's just understand something. This country's economy is set up to benefit married couples having children. Period. That is what it is. The tax laws are set up to benefit married couples having children. The tax laws are not set up to benefit married couples. The tax laws are set up to benefit married couples having children. Do you understand? Child tax credits, school credits, and so forth and so on. The health of the state is live births. Our laws, our credits for taxation are set up to benefit married couples having children. If you're not a married couple having children, then you're paying higher taxes. Period. It just is what it is. And people are like, oh, well, why are these welfare women keep having all these kids? Yes, that's because the government benefits them if they have more kids. The health of the state is live births. It's a fact. It's an economic basic fact. The state needs this for productivity. Now, when you're not getting married and you're busy trying to compete with the men and you're living on your own, which you can't because you can't even afford it in this economy now. So you're living on your own or you're trying to cohabit with your girlfriend. Keith is trying to cohabit with Shaniqua. Or you got Kelly and she's trying to cohabit with Becky. So what ends up happening is you end up like the Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. Da-da-da. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Da-da-da-da. And if I threw a party, invited everyone we knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. So y'all are stuffed in these little ass apartments like the Golden Girls. You got Sophia. You got Blanche. You got Rose Nyland. Blanche, Sophia. And Dorothy. You got Dorothy. Dorothy, Blanche, Sophia. You got these women stuffed in. Because that's what the studies show. The studies show by 2030, the majority of these women are going to be single and childless. And the only way they're going to be able to make it, especially with these interest rates, is they're going to be cohabiting with each other. Not with men, but with each other. Meanwhile, the men are getting their passports. They're like, yo, listen, I need traditional marriage. You're not giving me what I want. I don't feel like watching you ride the carousel and you're up there wasting my money on dates and you're just using me for food dates. Men are getting their passports, they leave it. It's just that simple. Y'all going to be cohabiting like Dorothy, Blanche, Rose, and Sophia. Y'all going to be cohabiting. That's how it works. You remember that 1990s show, Living Single? We are living single. You remember? They've been, I swear to God, it's disgusting when I think back. They've been literally programming these women for all this time with this feminist shit. And they've been programming them to literally combat the men. This is when you say gender war, that's what this is. They have been programming these women all this time to try to be competitive with men and to compete with men. I mean, here's the secret. You can't. I ain't never seen no woman build no bridge. I ain't never seen no woman build no submarine. I ain't never seen no woman build no jet airplane. I ain't never seen one build no space station. All the difficult, dangerous, and dirty jobs are controlled by the men and done by the men. And that's the reason why men make more money. Now, if you want to be out there on your own paying a single tax, congratulations. Men getting their passports and getting the hell out of here. It's just that simple. There's no more argument. It's just that simple. Now, you could say I'm wrong. You could try to argue with me. I care less because it's not me who's going to suffer. It's you. So that's all. We are living single. Anyway, where am I? If you make $60,000 a year, you can live like you made $120,000 a year pretty comfortably. The popular Passport Bros said in a May 2023 TikTok, the things money can provide makes a huge difference in dating. Watch The Tinder Swindler. I'll explain it all, Austin added, referring to the true crime documentary on Netflix. Yeah. So this is videotapes of this Passport Joe walking around. Now, you know, it's really funny. Fox 26, they did the, there's that picture. There's that, my favorite picture, where he's lifting up this chick, and in the background, you see this other, and I did a video about this already. So you see a chick in the background, and she's upset that he's up there giving her all the attention. He's up there motorboating, and you know what that means. And she's upset. She's in the background. So I'm just going to go past this because I don't feel like getting any more copyright challenges. So anyway, it says another upside to international matchmaking per Austin is the locals' attraction to his exotic American accent. Let me tell you, I'm not even going to read this stupid shit. These women don't give a goddamn about your accent. The only thing these women care about is the fact that, number one, you're taller than their men. Number two, you're probably in better shape than their men because you're healthier. And when I say healthier, you've got all your teeth, most likely, because we got this American dental plan. I got Cigna. I have all my teeth. You're taller, which you know, bone density and bone length, you know, women cue in on those things. Most of the women here are saying they refuse to date you unless you're 6 feet tall. And I'm hearing that more and more, and I feel bad because, like, sometimes I go to the gym and you get these really short guys. Now, mind you, I'm 6'6", by the way. So you get these really short guys who are like 5'0". And these guys are working out real hard. They got big, huge muscles, but the guys are only like 5'0". And I'm looking at them and I'm like, damn, it's like you got to work out like 3 and 4 times harder than me just because you're short and these women refuse to date you. There was a dude in the news. He just got this bone lengthening surgery because now that's the new thing. What they do is they like break your legs or something and then they make them grow longer or something. I think you add like maybe 2 or 3 inches of height or something. But here you are walking around with these big long legs, but you got short ass arms because you didn't get the bone lengthening done to your arms. Like I guess they would have to lengthen your humerus. But you're gonna look out of order. Like your whole body, you're gonna look like one of those aliens, like in Men in Black, where the alien's like real tall, but his arms like real skinny and short. Like, it doesn't make sense. Now, my thinking is, why bother trying to do bone lengthening when you could get your passport and go to a country with shorter women? What do you think Asia and Southeast Asia are for? The women there average like 4 and 5. It's like, if you're short, get a short woman from one of them countries. Or go to one of them Aboriginal countries. Go to one of them countries like in the jungles of Colombia or Bogota or Bolivia or whatever. And go get one of them. Like, why the hell would you cut your tibia and your fibia? Why the hell would you do that? Why would you cut your femur and try to lengthen? That's crazy. There's easier ways. Like, you think about it, for the cost, think about this, just think about this, simple logic. For the cost of a round trip flight to one of these countries, you could have a round trip business class flight to one of these countries, and you could live in their country and in an apartment for a year for the cost of bone lengthening surgery. It doesn't make sense. Go to one of their countries, get one of their women. Stop trying to compete for the trash that we have here. Stop. Bone lengthening surgery. My God, what have we come to? Jesus Christ. So anyway, where are we? I'm not going to read that stupid shit about it. No, these women don't care about your accent. They care that you're taller, healthier, and you got money. Let's just call a spade a spade. Because at the end of the day, these women are ultimately, they're like the alien in the movie Aliens. You remember the alien queen? How all she's focused on is having a atmospheric processor that she can move into so she can start birthing her eggs. That's all these women care about. And it's sad because here in America, they're so hypergamous and they're so lascivious. And could you imagine the alien queen on OnlyFans? Yeah, well, that's exactly what we're dealing with. These are parasites, hypergamous parasites who are looking for the man who's at the top, who makes more money than them, so she can get in on him, use up his money, and God forbid he stops making money or he falls off. All they're going to do is they're going to cast your empty husk aside, and they're just going to go get another guy. They're going to force you to accept polyandry. And when you have to come over and visit your kids at her house on Saturday at 12 o'clock, and she's in there with Pookie or Ray Ray or both, you have to accept it, because if you start any shit, you're going to end up taken out in cuffs, and then she'll get a restraining order. You'll be on child support. You won't even be able to come over there. Pookie and Ray Ray will be over there getting your slaw, and your kids will be over there. They got to listen to Pookie and Ray Ray going at it with your mama, your baby mama in the next room. It's like, I feel sorry for these dudes on the manosphere, because you be listening to these stories, and it's like, yeah, they got you, man. You should have never messed with Keisha or Shaniqua. You should have got your passport. So anyway, where are we? Let's see. The problem of, who's this? Ernesto Antunes? Who the hell are you? The problem of passport bros is that they believe geographically somehow. No, I'm not even going to read that stupid shit. All right. The movement has been widely likened to sex tourism. No. No. These are black men using passports to find relationships abroad. This has nothing to do with any of that lasciviousness. This is the reason why you have to keep yourself separate from the passport Joes. When these passport Joes go overseas in their briefcases, in their suitcases, a lot of times they got all types of sex toys. They got camera mounts. They got tripods and stuff. Like, these guys are up to no good. They got ball gags. They got like handcuffs and stuff in there. These guys are up to no good. I don't want to be associated with that, so we're the passport bros. They are the passport Joes, okay? All right, it's not hard to tell why the sexpat movement... See, here we're talking about sexpat. No, I'm talking about black men getting passports, getting married. You see, this is what it is. But keep in mind, this was written by a girl with a self-aggrandizing first name, and she, as far as she's concerned, she's a 10. She's lovely. She's the one presenting this. So you have to read between the lines. You got to see what's happening here. She will put anything negative in that she can and ignore anything positive. You don't hear her talking about black men getting married, because as far as she's concerned, that's not how it's supposed to be. So she's putting out shoddy journalism, period. Anyway, where are we? Okay, so that was the last sentence. It says it's not hard to tell why the sexpat movement has received so much backlash, but that hasn't stopped the bros from booking a flight. Okay, it went up. Or at least, okay, that hasn't stopped the bros from booking a flight overseas for love, or at the very least, a good time. Understand something, and I'm going to end right about here. You got to understand. Lovely here, she's disgusted by the passport bros. She's absolutely disgusted. She's disgusted because look at this. This is that picture. You remember this picture? Here this guy is motorboating this chick. She's got the coconut. This is what my idea of retirement is. See, some of y'all retire and like, oh man, I got to go back to work. I hate living. Or I don't have anything to do. No. Hell with that. I'm moving. When I retire, I'm moving to either Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, or Cambodia, or I'll do all four. And this will be me. I'm gonna be at the beach every day with my wife half my age, and I'm gonna be sipping the buko juice. And she got the pina colada and the coconut. We're having the coconut and the pina colada every day. That's all I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna have phosphorus rich diet, pina colada and coconut every day. But look over here. This right here. Look who's not having a good time. Look at this. She's not having a good time. Why isn't she having a good time? Why? Because nobody's motorboating her. Nobody's lifting her out the water and motorboating her. Nobody's doing that. So she's jealous. That's lovely right there. That's all of the women who aren't getting the attention. But you got to understand, the studies show by 2030, and I'll be fair. Let's say I push it up to 2035 or 2040. They're saying by 2040 that the majority of women are going to be golden girls. That's what they're saying. I'll put the article link and you can read it yourself. 2030, they said, I'm going to be fair. I'll give you 2040. I'll give you 10 years to change your ways. They said, we're going to be living single. We're going to be golden girls, cohabiting. That's what they said. She's sitting in the back. Look at that. Now think about this. I want you to close your eyes and imagine this. She's sitting in the back, lonely, bored. Look at her hands. No coconut, no pineapple, no nothing. She's got nothing. So she's jealous and she's angry. She's because jealous. What did Yoda say? He said, fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to the dark side. She's angry, jealous, ain't got no coconut, ain't got no pineapple. And what she looking at? She's looking at this. That's what she's looking at. Look at that. A picture's worth 1,000 words. She's looking at this. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Jealous, angry, ain't got no coconut, ain't got no pineapple. The other chick, who is there to lift her out the water, huh? Who's lifting her up out the water? Nobody. There's nobody there. No, who is lifting her up out the water? Who's giving her a pineapple or a coconut to sip on? Nobody. So she's sitting there trying to ignore it, but she can't. It's like a train accident. You know how they say with a train accident, you can't look away? Can't look away. She's like, oh man, I don't have anybody lift me out the water. I ain't got nobody give me a coconut or a pineapple. I don't have this wealthy American man. I don't have a wealthy American man to take me to the nice restaurants around here and take me on lovely, lovely trips and beautiful vacation. I don't have it. That's right. By 2030, you're going to have a whole lot of this right here. You're going to have a whole lot of this right here. A lot of that jealousy. What is it? Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to the dark side. It is what it is, gentlemen. Get your passports. Just stop tolerating this this travesty that we're dealing with. Just stop it. There's no point. Just stop. So get your passports. Summer 2023. We've got, what is it? 2 months till September 5th, which is like Labor Day. That marks the end pretty much. We've got 2 months of summer. 2 months. Get your damn passport and get out of here. Because the sooner you do, the sooner you'll thank me.
And so, as this video, she talks about how a lot of these men really don't know what they want. They just go over there pretty much to find these foreign women and kind of take advantage of them. Some are young, docile, and to bring back to the country to marry, or some they just use and they just use and abuse, or some of these women use these men for a little bit of moment of time earlier. And so she was stating, this Lady J, was stating that the reason why these men are going overseas because the feminist women don't know what they want. They're too strong. their feminist ways are turning men off. These feminist women are using men for what they have, as far as money, all that, which is stupid.
Groups of women who were taking the high value men, the three groups of women: Latinas, Asians, and Eastern Europeans. These women are taking all the high value men, no matter where I go across this country.
It's stupid. But as far as the men going overseas to find wives, that's nothing new. Men been doing this. White men have been doing this for many, 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 many years. Now, black men are getting hip to it because there are black men that are making money, getting their bread, and they doing the same thing white men are doing, and venturing off to these foreign countries to find their wives or just to do whatever. So it's nothing new. It's just now it's being pretty much pushed on social media.
There's some that can, there's some that can't. The ones that can't is so damn mad. But shout out to the ones that can and understand that no matter how many kids a woman got, if she got kids or not, baby, a good woman is a good woman, and a good man is a good man. And a real provider ain't tripping. But a bum that can't provide, that's on a budget, that wants you to go ahead, fitty, while you also go to work, take care of the household, them the ones complaining, y'all. The scrubs. A good man, a good provider, baby. That's a good man, Savannah.
And now you see these black men that are doing this, they're bashing black women. And that's why I was stating, I don't care what you do. You can agree with this. I don't really give a crap. That's not my plate, because my plate is living my life, getting myself together. And I'm eating that plate very well. I don't give a shit about these black men. They're trying to find whatever they find. But don't bash black women at the end of the day. I don't give a shit what you do. But stop. I see videos where they just keep bashing black women after black women, black women. Live your life. But why are you putting black women in it? Good day. Good day.
Get a job. Get a job.
Y'all, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're looking for a man, just know that the reason you can't find him, a black man specifically, is because he's in Colombia already. Y'all. So this is the first time I've come to Colombia, like post pandemic. So like seeing it at its like true form of like what the numbers are looking like. And when I tell you that my whole flight was full of it was full of black men traveling with other black men. They come into Colombia, baby. That's why you can't find them. They're all here.
They were so worried about winter coming, they completely forgot about summer. The passport bros are flying. Right here, you got one of these, either the Boeing 777 or that A350 or that 787. It's like, we're getting out of here. We're flying formation. We're getting out of here. It's over, ladies. It's over. It's like, y'all can keep on fighting. But the thing about it is the competition's been pretty stiff. It looks like these brackets are filling up with competition, man. The competition's stiff as hell, and there's nothing you can do about it. So good luck.
To be continued.